guys and Bands My Fans, my name is On and it's so good to see you guys again. And today I am back with another video. So let's go! Oh, yeah. First, make sure that you subscribe to the channel because our channel is all about helping people like you walking, visiting, relocating, or retiring in Thailand. So make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's actually down there, the red one, the red button. So go smash the red button and subscribe to the channel, guys. I can't wait for you. I'm still waiting. Are you done? Okay, so I assume that you guys already subscribed to the channel. So let's get started with the video. So today we are going to be talking about having a dog as a pet in Thailand. We will go through everything that you need to know and that you should know if you are planning to have a dog in Thailand. So first of all, how do you say a dog in Thai? So the informal way to say a dog is ma, and the formal way to say a dog is sonag. So if you're just talking with your friends or with anyone else, you can use the word ma. But if you are talking in a meeting, or if you're writing a letter to someone hiring you and you want to use a formal word, then you use sonag. So do Thai people love dogs? Well, the answer is yes. They love dogs in general. And if somebody owns a dog as a pet, they even love their pet dog even more. And some, they even see their pet dog as their children. And usually in a developing country such as Vietnam, they go around and they find a dog and put them in a cage, or some they even put the dog in sleeps, or they even eat dogs. Well, I never eat dogs before, but this case is very far from Thailand because you can see that the stray dogs, they live on the street or they live near the Thai Buddhist temple. So if you compare with those cases like put it in a sleep, this is very less cruel. And also those dogs are fed by the people that live around the area. So for example, the dog that live near the Thai Buddhist temple, right? So whoever live near the Thai Buddhist temple, they give food to the dog. And also those dogs are also called as swai dog because you can see that they live on the streets. And the word for street in Thai is swai. So another question that you might want to know is, do I need a license to have a dog in Thailand? Well, you might need a license to drive, but you do not need a license to have a dog. Just make sure that your dog is vaccinated against the rabies in order to protect you and your dog. So just go to the animal hospital or a vet and they will take care of any necessary shot that your dog need to take. Another thing that you need to know is dealing with the condos. So I told you, Thailand, they love pets and they love dogs. But if you are planning or if you're living in the condos or apartment, then you need to talk with your landlord first. Because most of them, they don't want to have a dog in their condos. It doesn't matter if it is small or big. But some of them are flexible, so you can just talk with your landlord first. And if they allow you to have a pet or a dog, then you can have it. And usually for some foreigner, if they are planning to have many dogs, they rent a house with a yard or a garden so their dogs can play around the yard or the garden, especially if it is one of the bigger breed. So another question that you might want to ask is, how do I behave with my dog in public? Well, in public, you are in charge of your dog, and whatever your dog do, that's your responsibility. And your dog have to be on the leash all the time, and they have to be under your sight all the time. And if you do not have any proper training with your dog, and the dog that under your control is going around, then you will be fined for 1,000 baht or even be prison for 1 month, even though the dog doesn't harm anybody. And a lot of parks in Thailand, they do not allow dogs to enter. But the owner, they don't care about the sign or they ignore the sign and they bring the dog inside the park. But remember to keep your dog in leash to avoid any issues or any problems. So I told you how to deal with the condos, I told you how to behave your dog in public, and I told you some of the consequences that you can have if you have a dog. but I forgot to tell you where to buy a dog. So where can I have a dog in Thailand? So there are so many places that you can buy a dog. There are also so many places that cannot be trusted. One of the popular and famous places to get a dog is Chatuchak Market. But that is also a place that you should avoid if you are buying a dog. So Chatuchak Market, why you should avoid? Well, first of all, there are so many shops that cannot be trusted, and like in those shops, there are also so many dogs or pet animals that are not very good in health, and they also give you the wrong advertisement, so you actually buy from them. And there are also so many cases that a dog or any pet that bought from the Chatuchak Market, they pass away after a few days, or they have a very bad conditions. So if you're planning to have a good dog, then you should only buy from the dealer that actually have a license and can provide you with some paperwork, so you don't get scammed by them, because there are so many scammers in the industry. And you can also check out the Facebook group in Thailand depending on the type of dog that you're looking for, because there are so many dog farms that advertise and sell online. But make sure that you ask the correct information and make sure that the dog is vaccinated against the rabies, because that is requirement if you are having a dog in Thailand. Websites such as www.perfectpedigreethailand.com, they can provide you a very good healthy dog with full certifications and vaccination, and they also pre-register for you, so you don't have to register yourself. So these are the websites that you can check out if you are planning to have a dog, or if you're planning to buy a dog. But if you don't want to buy a dog, well, that's okay, you can adopt a dog. There are so many dogs, hundreds, thousands of dogs that are waiting for you to adopt them. You can go and check out in the animal shelter in Thailand, or if you don't want to go there, you can also adopt a dog that is in your swai, like in your street, So by adopting there, you are actually helping them from getting killed by a car accident or some other stuff or problem. Adopting a dog is also cheaper than buying a dog, because you only have to pay for a vaccination and a registrations, which is around 450 Thai baht. And you can also go and check out online, like for example, a Facebook page in Thailand. There are pages, where you can go and check out to adopt a dog. For example, Fangat Me Not, or you can also go to those organizations like the Swine Dog Foundations to get a dog. So you already own a dog, but the thing is, your dog is sick now. So the question is, where do you take your dog to a vet? Well, in general, Thailand is a little bit behind the international treatment for the pet. However, you can still get the excellent treatment for your dog for most of the conditions or vaccinations, or for most surgeries. There are so many pet hospitals or vet around the country, but Bangkok got some of the good hospital for pet in Thailand. And also, like each hospital and vet, the price are a bit different from each other, but still they are so much affordable compared to the Western countries. One of the hospitals that we will recommend you is the Tong Hospital. Tong. Yeah, I think I pronounced it wrong. Sorry about that. So the hospital is located in the Thong in Bangkok, but there are also other branches in like Chiang Mai or Pattaya. And the staff in the hospital, they can speak English. So that makes the communication so much better, and you can get the better understanding of your pet health. And the another hospital that we will recommend you is the Bangkok Pet Hospital. So this hospital is the same group with the Bangkok Hospital. It is very popular around the foreigner and for the pet. The services and the treatment they give is very similar to the Thong Hospital, so you will have no problem getting a treatment for your pet. So in terms of the price, the first two hospitals that I mentioned will be, the price is a little bit high, but the service that they provide is very good. But if you are looking for a little bit lower cost, then you can check out the Small Animal Teaching Hospital at the Chulalongkorn University. They have the experiences vet, so that is also a good option. But the facility and the service is not very high, but your dog will have a very good Medicare. So you already own a dog, and you also know where you take your dog to a vet. One last thing that you should need to know is naming your dog. So if you're living in Thailand, you will hear some people saying that I'm going to take a sushi to a vet. Remember, the sushi that somebody mentioned is not the sushi that we eat. He mentioned or she mentioned is the name of a dog, and they also have the name like Milo, Oreo, Olang, and like they're so weird, like the name of the dog given in Thailand are so weird and random, but if you stay long, you will get used to it. So beside food name, like Thai people, they also love to name their dog like an English name, which are like Bob or Max or William, which are very famous among people themselves, but they also love to name their dog like that, something like that. So the more random you name your dog is, the more funny you get. And also, if you don't want to name your dog like in English, you can also name your dog in Thai word. But if you're naming your dog in Thai word, make sure that you know the meaning of the word. And one thing that I want to say is, don't name your dog that will be related to the royal family, like either in the name or title. For example, don't name your dog Ken in Thai word, because that would be very, very disrespectful. Name something funny like khao nio, which is like a sticky rice, or fufu, fluffy. Just don't get serious. Just name it funny so you don't get problem or you don't get into any problem else issues. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We hope that you enjoyed the video, and we hope that the information in this video is useful for you. In general, having a dog in Thailand is very similar to having a dog at home. There are so many good animal hospitals for your pet, and as long as you can take care of your dog, there is no problem at all. And also the pet supplies are also cheap compared to the Western country. So if you're looking for a dog in Thailand, just go for it. And thank you so much for watching our video and showing your support. If you have more questions or if you want more recommendations, you can check the link in the description below, or you can visit our website bensmile.com. And until next time guys, bye bye.